those of you who are new to aphids, on your screen are two different types of aphids. The one on the right is just your average green aphid. It's on a rose stem. And then the aphid on the left is what's called a cabbage aphid, which is very particular to the cabbage family. And it's gray and it's gross and it mounds up and looks like a dirty pile of kind of nastiness. So aphids, for those of you who are new to aphids, they crawl up on the plant. Well, I should say they hatch on the plant. They generally can't get back up on the plant themselves. They are generally carried up plants by ants. They have a symbiotic relationship with ants who, as the aphid eats part of your plant, it secretes a sugar which the ants really like. And so if you see ants on your plant, you more than likely will see aphids as well. And they're the ones who are carrying the aphids onto the plants. And then the aphid will chew on your plant, will chew through a lot of your plant, do enough damage to kill the circulatory system of the plant, or just kill enough of the plant so there's nothing to photosynthesize and the plant will die. So you don't want to get to that place. And ladybugs are great because ladybugs feed on aphids as well as other things like, I believe praying mantis also eats aphids, and there's a couple other beneficial insects that do. So ladybugs are a possibility, and so I'm going to hold off on that one for now during the pest and disease management. We'll talk about releasing beneficial insect populations. But for now, I just wanted to make the distinction between the different aphids. So if you are seeing the green aphids that are on the right on your plant, and there are other colors as well. There are ones that look just like this that are pink, some are black, some are brown. They come in all different colors. And depending on what crop, they will be a different color. Those particular aphids are much, much easier to deal with than cabbage aphids, which are on the left. And cabbage aphids are a type of aphid that attacks generally the center of the plant, which is where the new growth of the plant is. So what it does is it kills the plant's new growth, which means that your plant will soon pretty much die. It won't produce anything else. So imagine if you have a kale or a collard plant, these things attack the very center where all the new growth is happening. And the other thing that's kind of horrific about cabbage aphids is that they come on strong and fast, and they like cool weather. So, Julie, you're in Seattle, I believe, and I know you have a lot of cool weather, and so you probably get a lot of these cabbage aphids. So the way to deal with these two different aphids is slightly different. If I had aphids that were the green type or the pink type or the white type or the brown type or any of those that are similar to the ones on the stem on the right, I'll share this week a solution that's basically a little bit of soap, organic soap, a couple drops of soap, just a little bit of canola oil and a lot of water. And basically what you're doing is you're spraying that on the plant and you're rubbing those aphids off, and they will fall down pretty much onto the soil. Some of them will die just because your fingers, as you brush the plant, they'll fall on the ground and they'll die. So others, some will get squished, some will just fall off. And they'll have a hard time getting back up on the plant because the ants that want to carry them back up, the canola oil and the soap get very hard for them to reclimb the plant and re-attack the plant. So that's something that I would recommend. In both of these cases, it'll work really well on the first case, on the case where they're just green or yellow or pink, and probably nothing will come back. On the cabbage aphid side of things, it's really challenging to clear this stuff off of your plant because oftentimes, like I said, it's on that new, very fragile center of the plant. So you do the same process, but it's a little bit more gentle, and you may have to come back and do it multiple times because you're going to have to be a little bit gentle. So with the cabbage aphids, it's going to take you longer to get those aphids off. So you might want to do a little bit of preventative maintenance here, and normally I don't suggest doing anything like this as preventative maintenance to spray on kind of a soapy solution with a little bit of that canola oil. But if you know that they're coming your way and that the infestation is coming, you may want to think about the prevention and spraying a little bit on ahead of time. And the other thing you want to keep in mind, and you said it's going to hit your broccoli, so I'm assuming they might be the cabbage aphids. If they're hitting other plants in the cabbage family, like kale or collards, just stay on top of the harvesting and make sure that you're harvesting a lot so that they can't congregate. So those are a couple of tips, and like I said, we're going to get into pest and disease management heavily this coming week with the two-part series.
If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like and share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. And for more simple and practical gardening tips, subscribe to Grow Your Own Vegetables. For more tips and updates, visit gyov.org and join our growing community.